So what's going on right now, I've got my testicles wired. every single time I curse, they're going to give me an electrical shock. Well, what's really going on over here?
No, so this is an EMS machine, right? So what we do is we essentially put you in a vest, which is electrodes attached directly onto the belly of the muscles. We've got electrodes on your legs. We haven't done your calves because you've got good calves and stuff like that, but we've got your glutes all over your back, arms, chest, abdominals, and these unite into a circuit. So what we're doing is we're using an external EMS machine, a brain, right, to ignite the muscles and contract the muscles, right? So
let's do it.
All right.
put a little bit in your glutes now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. You feel your lower back, upper back, and middle back, your lats, right? Good. Now let's squeeze these shoulder blades together and lift your shoulders up, lateral delts. Okay, we're going to feel a little bit now. Arms. Okay. Arms okay? Good. Good. Now you feel your abdominals. Abba-dabba-doo. Nice strong warm up. Breathe. Good. Don't float down. Lift them up. Squeeze this right here. Lift that chest. Okay. Keep going now. We're going to take a little bit of an adjustment here because you're advanced, right? Straight away with your movements. So I want your hands in front. You're going to do like a Mexican wave as you push your butt back and stretch it out. Your intercostal muscles. Good. Good. And you can bring it here and then turn out. Stretching out your rib cage, really pushing your glutes back. Good. Good. Your legs are pumped and you've busted a machine. That's what we said to Tony yesterday, right? He said, squeeze this glute as you push back and lengthen out your torso. Good. Super. Good. Alright, nice wide stance. You're going to curl yourself into a C shape. Exhale. And then right back up. Exhale. Turn your hips right under. Get those hips right under. Good. Inhale. Put your hips right under. Exhale. Perfect. Lean in from there. Bring your elbows right back. Oh, hold, and then slowly back. Now lean a little bit lower. Pop your upper thoracic region. Pop your chest up. Exhale. And back. Lengthen your lats. Big deep breath. Lift right from the top of your spine. Good. Don't crank your neck too much though. Good. Exhale. Hey everybody, Rob Tynan here, Ultimate Body Tech, with Chris Albert and Tone Florial, two health gurus that have come down to Ultimate Body Tech to say hello and try our EMS 20-minute training. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks very much for coming down.
Yeah, what's happening?
Thanks for finally getting you down here. International superstars, we're very lucky. So, Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself, or give us a 3-minute elevator pitch about Tony and what's going on. Tell me about you use an EMS machine as well, or rather an NENS.
Yeah.
So, in a kind of a small brief.
Yeah, my background is been involved with a lot of things in life, very full life, from sport to spiritual experiences, even to psychedelics, but the thing is I'm all about flow states.
Okay.
So through sport, through near-death experiences, I had experienced these moments where time slowed down or speed up. Felt like something was working through me, where I was like channeling, and I was in disbelief, like what was going on there, like it was like bending time. So as I started to learn all these different things, from spirituality to the science of the body and physiology, psychology and sport, I started to hear that athletes were talking about this experience, or people that were in emergency situations. We're talking about these people that had out-of-body experiences when they were near death.
Yeah.
And I had all of those experiences, so there was a conversation and dialogue about these states. So it's been a focal point in my life. How do I get into these peak experiences more consistently? Because that's when I felt most like me.
Right.
And so I started traveling the world, seeking out experts in the field of strength and conditioning, through rehabilitation, pre-med studies, biology, everything I could to get my hands on, history, and I've been fortunate to meet these amazing people, put the pieces together. It's how I met Chris, to do the journey, meeting you now, Robert, and so the thing is, I fell into microcurrent therapy, and that was electrical stimulation below the threshold of muscle contraction.
Yeah.
And it was a very accurate feedback loop that enabled the machine to send current to the cells to open the little pathways in the cell membrane, allow nutrients in and waste product out, which means that put the body in a state of optimal homeostasis. So healing is accelerated, plus you're in an optimal brain state, or integrated brain, heart, and muscle state.
Wow.
And with using that technology, I discovered another pathway to flow state.
Okay.
And so I was super fascinated with that connection, and eventually led us to using your equipment. We work with electrical stimulus currents. Yours is a higher amplitude, mine is lower amplitude. And the experience was mind blowing. Really like that, felt the brain muscle connection.
We'll come back to that a little bit, because obviously I want to find out exactly how you felt. So I mean, EMS is a thicker band, so you can feel it directly hits the muscle, causing contraction. You're obviously, to try and explain it, I suppose it's more like delicate, like a spider web, almost touching the underneath the belly of the contraction, as you say, opening up that state of healing.
Yes.
And you're basically on a journey to try and find the optimum state of healing. That's essentially what you're
that's
doing.
pretty much it. The device puts the body back in a state like a small child. So I always say that adults, when they fall, they break. When kids fall, they bounce. And so when you get the cell to be equal, both intracellular and extracellular in terms of the nutrients, and then the connection between all the cells, the trillions of cells are talking to each other. That's like cell phones. You have full transmission bar. I'm talking to you, one cell to another cellular phone, and a full bar battery on each phone. So you're fully charged battery, full transmission, and every cell is connected.
So you're bringing it back to almost a childhood healing state.
Pretty much.
I mean, children move so well. So maybe Chris, you tell us a little bit, because you've trained some phenomenal athletes and you've been in the industry for 15, 20 years at a very high level. So so children, as I said, move so well. They just learn to move, and then we kind of ruined them by putting them in a seat and saying, sit there for 15 years. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Chris.
Well, I was a powerlifter and a bodybuilder. I owned a gym in California called Metroflexion for a while. Since retired from a lot of that, and run a clothing company now, and I'm doing jiu-jitsu.
What's the name of the clothing company?
Called Warrior Soul Apparel.
Warrior Soul, but it's connected to a charity.
Yes, sir. We work with charities. So one of the charities, one of the members of our executive board, Andrew Marr, he runs a charity called the Warrior Angels Foundation, where we put veterans in touch with therapy that's going to help them to recover from traumatic brain injuries. So a lot of times when people get traumatic brain injury, what happens is they also get a hormonal deficiency, because the brain stops creating a neuropermissive environment to produce hormones. So when that happens, all your hormones shut down, and then you get symptoms that look a lot like PTS and depression, and some of the things you're seeing going on with returning military veterans. And so what they're thinking is that a lot of the depression, the PTS, and the high suicide rate could be a result of being around explosions, because when we're around explosions and all these tremors and things like that, our brains shake back and forth in the head in a coup, they call it counter-coup fashion. And then that creates brain inflammation and stops hormone production. But from my experience as a trainer, I was a trainer I'm still a coach.
Yeah.
I've coached some pretty high level athletes. I've coached a lot of bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Right? And so what I see with the fitness industry these days is there's a lot of very controlled movement patterns. People go into gyms, they do these very kind of controlled machine movements when they're sitting down all day long.
One-dimensional almost.
Yeah, one-dimensional.
Yeah.
When you're at your desk, you're inflection all the time.
Yeah.
We're inflection in our cars when we're in traffic.
Our phone.
On your phone, you're down all the time.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the movement patterns I see, people can't put their shoulders right. People can't breathe properly.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah,
open
yeah.
up their diaphragms, and that hurts them. Even trying to walk down the street. What you got down there is a really good way of getting somebody to be in touch.
Back now, talking about the system
The
downstairs.
system downstairs,
Yeah.
A really good way of getting people in touch with each muscle system.
Yeah.
Each different way, being able to retract. I was down there opening up my diaphragm,
Yeah.
keep my shoulders back.
Yeah.
I could feel everything working, and that really helps. And I could see that really helping anybody from a non-conditioned person.
Yeah, the average Joe, like the corporate worker who's basically,
Who
too
can't
busy.
remember where their butt is because
Yeah.
they can't feel it.
Yeah.
All the nerve endings are dead. All the way up to an athlete who is trying to activate his glute a little bit more for a
Yeah.
sprint or something like that, or even an athlete who's been injured who's trying to recover their. So I could see this working across a real big spectrum of people, and I got a really great workout from it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I'll be interested to hear how you feel tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Because you've not done it before. This is the first time you've ever really done
First time I've ever done this. I've done other types of electric stimulation. I'm not an expert in it by any means.
But you're an expert in movement, you're an expert in training, so I mean you recognise the benefits of it
All the
across the
movement
board.
patterns were right there. I felt my glutes working. I felt my posterior chain working.
Yeah.
Which was to get somebody who has done a lot of this stuff before, to get me to really feel soreness down there and things like that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Getting it. I felt it very deep.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think that this is fantastic for somebody. We sit on our butts all day long, and so many people can't activate those glutes.
Yeah.
And that's why you see people with back problems. That's why you see people who they can't walk.
Can't engage even when they go into do a class.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this earlier on. I mean, CrossFit's a great thing. Body pump, all of these things are a great
It's
thing.
fine.
It's wonderful, but if you're not
Culture.
engaging,
Yeah.
you're only using the kind of the larger muscle groups. You're not really using the assister muscle groups, so that's going to lead to almost a leaning therapies effect, which is essentially going to lead to a follow-up injury.
It's like putting an anti-aircraft cannon onto a speedboat.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about it? I mean, you guys are special because you move so well, but you didn't. I mean, you got a bit of a sweat on.
I did, yeah. I mean, it was like the 3/4 mark,
But that might have been the 3 pints of Guinness you had yesterday, no?
No, I didn't even drink on this trip. Actually, yeah, surprisingly enough, we were gonna drink, but we knew we were gonna do this and want to get here. But I felt it was deep,
Yeah.
I had that quality contraction, that brain body connection,
Yeah.
kinesthetically, the little cues from you activated things more,
Yeah.
and then aware posture, where I was in space.
Yeah.
So, and then this sort of vibrational effect, and it was like a massage while I was training,
Yeah.
and it was deep. I was feeling the deeper fibers, even down to the bone,
Yeah.
So I felt not just the muscle, but the connected tissue,
Yeah.
which is fascinating.
Yeah.
And
That's
I mean, it was literally electrifying.
Yeah.
I felt alert,
Yeah.
alive. And right now I feel that post exercise bliss, just calm, clear, and
We gotta
relaxing.
get you some food now because
Yeah.
you've used a lot of calories. And I mean, you guys only got off the plane 24 hours ago.
48 hours.
48 hours ago.
And then tomorrow getting back
But
on.
we didn't have any jet lag, really.
Yeah, the didn't have any.
We were pounding coffee, but we did exercise at the gym. We did some Olympic lifts, kettlebell.
Yeah, I actually saw that on Facebook.
Yeah,
that was
some pull-ups.
Where'd you
and
go?
bench.
The gym box?
Gym box, yeah.
Julian
Sure
Jordan.
did.
It's a nice
Yeah,
gym.
they got us a free pass down there.
Okay.
It's a decent
Did
gym.
Brian Rose go down the gym though?
No, I think we
I
got
hooked up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
they got us a pass down there.
Yeah.
It was a good gym. We had to go work out over there. Just doing, just trying to keep moving. So many people when they travel, they don't do anything.
I know, yeah.
And they're spiking their insulin throughout the
I
trip
know,
and
yeah.
things like that. That's really where jet lag starts to affect you because your blood sugar's all over the place. Your circadian rhythm gets thrown off.
Yeah.
You're not able to produce the melatonin like you need to.
Yeah.
And so you're going to be thrown off for weeks. I can't afford to be thrown off for weeks. I'm an entrepreneur just
Yeah.
like you. I got to go home. I got to dive right back into my schedule.
Yeah.
So
We got a lot of people here actually who stop off, because it's such a central location, and they're here for a couple of days, and they come in for a 20-minute workout
Yeah.
because it keeps them going, keeps them online. So I mean, it's convenience is everything nowadays for people.
Yeah.
If you're not involved in the health industry like we are, it's really about convenience.
It's amazing. I mean, that was a heavy duty workout in just 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you said,
yeah.
the entire body.
Yeah, no, it's very good. Yeah. So you're heading off tomorrow back to Cali. When are you coming back? You're going to come back.
I'm heading back to Cali tomorrow too.
Yeah, but you're going to come back because you're involved with London Real.
Yeah, I'll probably be back here around the summertime. So
Yeah.
I'm one of the instructors for the Business Accelerator course.
Fantastic. That's London Real Business
Yep,
Accelerator.
London Real Business
I
Accelerator.
hear that's really good.
We just took. I've taken 127 people through the course as an instructor. I was part of the first class,
Yeah,
and it's awesome. We're
Yeah.
teaching people from around the world how to do online business.
amazing.
So we're going to be taking another class through soon.
Okay.
The opening should be starting up for that. I'll be back here around the summertime trying to see them all to graduate. So.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll maybe get you back in.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll bring my girlfriend in. She's
Yeah,
She
she's
would love
back.
this.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. And when are you back in the UK, or are you coming back?
You know me, man.
Anyway, you
yeah,
never know.
anytime.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
drop
right.
in. I can drop in like.
Maybe you just won't go. Just stay here with us.
I don't want to leave actually, but I do.
So the
have
next
to
time you
have
come,
it.
you got to bring your system.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I want it. That's supposed to be brilliant.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to round up now, right? Listen, thanks to the guys. Ultimate Body Tech saying good night on a Sunday evening, and safe travels home. Tony.
Yeah, you're right.
Chris,
Yeah.
thanks a million. I really appreciate you coming in.